The Journey program on UBC TV is brought to you by Plascon, Color Your World.
I greet the viewers. I thank Uganda Broadcasting Corporation to give me this time to interview me so that I can take you through my journey. It has not been a simple journey. I'm Lieutenant General Charles Sotema Wany. I'm the commander of the Reserve Forces. I've served in the Army for over 30 years. And as you very well know that Uganda, we have gone through many challenges. There were two liberation wars here. One was for overthrowing Amin. That was in 79. That's when, as a young boy, I joined the liberation struggle. Up to my training, became a commissioned officer. I held different appointments. That is between 79 and up to 86. When I joined the NRA in 86, by that time we had not yet liberated Gulu, the northern Uganda. The commander-in-chief, through the commander of the operation, Jerusalem Saleh, tasked me to coordinate capturing of northern Uganda. Me being an Acholo officer, and by that time, you know, it was the regime, the people were in the army then, majority the commanders, they were from the northern Uganda, so it was not a simple task. And when we, in 86, when we captured Gulu, the propaganda, the negative politicians, they started now the politics of tribe, that this is other tribe who have taken over the government coming to finish you, the northerners, and mainly actually. And for sure, when we captured Gulu here, you hardly see anyone. And the few I could find, like in the hospital, Lecho, and the few I could find in the bishop houses, I gave them the assurance that the NRA, NRM, it is a true liberator, it is not sectarian, and they should not have any fear. And for sure, the people who listened, they responded. Number of the officers from the UNLA surrendered. We sent them for reorganization in Kibora, in Barara, and others got to be integrated in the NRA UPDF. Of course, shortly after that, the war broke in northern Uganda, sponsored by the government of Sudan. And under the UPDA, mainly the remnant of the UNLA, and as they were fighting, another group of Alice Takwana joined them, which believe in Holy Spirit. Along the way, conjoined them, and it took us 2 decades. And finally, pacify the northern Uganda, mainly Acholi sub-region in 2006. That's when we totally kick out Kony in the space or in the area within the northern Uganda, and mainly in Acholi sub-region. That's why there was an epicenter of the conflict. And that one caused a lot of suffering to the population. For saving their life, we advised them to be in the camp and we were protecting them, and food was being supplied for them. Now the effect of that, it is what we are facing up to now. People are lazy, they don't want to work because they're used to the food. Concentration of people together, the culture became now diluted. The young generation became more than the older one, and they will not listen. Others, of course, have lost the parents, lack the guiding. So that's that's the main effect. And I thank the government of Uganda that a lot of interjection of many programs of NUSAP 1, NUSAP 2, all this program now finally the PRDP, which so far it has injected over 126 billion in Acholi sub-region, and it has gone directly to the population, and we are always on call. Quite a number of our reserve forces, because once in the army, we have been retired in regular forces. Now, when you retire, you still serve for more than 5 years before you retire completely. So all those who have retired, they have a retainer for 5 years, so that if war broke or we want them to go and do some other work, like in Somalia, we recall them. They have been participating on contract. But generally, in peaceful time like this, we're mainly in production. That's a passion in myself. I'm in serious production. I'm a very good farmer. And another business which I do here, which you must have seen, this was Uganda Hotel. I bought in 95, 96. Actually, by the time I bought it, was burnt. I had to revamp through the bank. I want to thank various banks which supported me, gave Ann, Centenary, Equity Bank, East African Development Bank. Well, it started during the colonial time. This was where the governor was ruling the northern part of the country. That was there where they used to have their luxury, their guests come and they sleep. This was some of those chains of the Uganda hotels. Like you see, there's the Lira Hotel, there's others in Bale, others, various places. Because indigenous, the people who live here, these are Cholis. So I think the whites found it befitting, they have to announce it in the name of Acholi. Army, there is no bad army, but leadership. I think we have been blessed as NRA UPDF that we have a very good leader in the name of President Yoweri Museveni, who has studied all what we have done in war colleges by itself. Because what we usually do, it is the history. Then you look, what was the success in that battle, success story, or what is the failure of that government and what have you. I think he has packaged all these things together, what Uganda have gone through, all the mistakes the former leaders has done. He has really moved this country on the right track, and the army, and the main effort, it is the army. So the discipline which UPDF have today, I was in Congo and I was in South African Republic. When the commander or they said UPDF is entering the area, they make sure they put the lasso and they walk with it, because they say this is, they have never seen it, the kind of the army. Compared to the army of their country, the population cannot believe the respect, the humility, how they're humble, how they approach issues. And it has not been the case, you remember, in Uganda. So that transformation, it has really, that's what also has translated to development of this country. The economy has grown because the force is strong, the army is strong, guaranteeing the people resources. General is amazing guy. He's amazing guy. He's amazing guy because he has made an effort before here. I don't know how many years ago. Me, I was busy in the army, as I've told you, in the operations and what have you. But for him, he has been consistent in productions. And when you look at opportunity, which is in the northern Uganda in particular, you see that why should people be poor when people are engaged in production? It has been his dream. And I think his dream has come true. He was the first to introduce, when under World Creations, coffee in Acholi here massively. As we talk, I think there are over 3,000 farmers who are doing very well with coffee. This was the initiative of World Creations. And right now, is also, now people are now excited. They have seen the income they are getting from coffee. Now massively they have registered. And that's what is spearheading, and definitely he will realize his dream. Initially, I actually didn't know the value of the land. Initially. Because traditionally here, people, when friends like you come, and I remember when early days I used to invite my friends, please come, I give you land. And, or another a relative come, you come and I give you land. No, our land in Acholi has not been, it has never been commercial. But this is now, of course, trend of things have evolved. And locally, even before people who are not from Acholi were here, land here was going for only 200, 300 shillings an acre. But now, when, of course, the people started coming in, the values started going up, which I think, for those who have a junk of it and they feel as a family they want to give out, why not? So long as it can support. In Buganda, we have seen the economy of Buganda has tripled because of the land. Everybody who come from any part of this country, all of us have settled in Buganda. That's what has raised the value of the land in Buganda. Now, if also we said our land is specific for commercial farming, and they will allow commercial farmers to come and farm in Acholi, definitely also, as of now, the value of the land has risen up to from 200, 300 shillings per acre. Now it's about 2 million shillings to 3 million per acre. And of course, the way we settle, our land tenure, they're all different. The communal land, and in the communal land, there's where people go grazing, there's where people go hunting, you know, but there are also gazetted land under government. And later on was degazetted, particularly in Noya, along and given to commercial farmers by the government. So those ones is a lease land, and that's where people have been getting titles and what have you. But even this communal land, there are very few people who are not from Acholi here. It has been very hard, and easily they don't release their land. These youth, they're not patient. They want it now. And I think industrialization can answer that question. Because there's also big migrations of the Ugandans from the villages, the youth, to the town. And now when they're in town, you find that they're jobless. So that's why the government has come out with every district to have an industry, so that these youth can be observed and they have something to do. And that one, I think, will answer the bigger question. Because look at the population. Like in Gulu yesterday, I spent the whole night with the young, very young generations. They are all in border, and they're looking at daily income. But you see, that's not sustainable. Once this border breaks down, then they have nothing to do. You find them just there. Now, when you engage them into real farming, they don't want it, you know. But that one would be the best area. For us now in Acholi here, during the dry season, along the stream, when we are growing, that's when you grow vegetables and whatever you sell to the market. But they are not doing it. And that's, I told you, mainly if in Acholi here, it's the effect of war. And of course, other part of the country, as I've told you, that we need to move faster on industrialization so that we can absorb these youth who are redundant without any job. Because for them now, they want cash. Because when they're in industry, they pay you by the day. Every day, they have something in their pocket. It has been very successful because, really, as I told you, that just kind of money, it has never been in Acholi. It has been sunk in during when you look at the economic activity in Acholi sub-region, it has never been before. Gulu City alone got 6 billion shillings so far through PDM. A small sub-county is in my area there, over 4 billion shillings. That money has never surfaced. It has never been there. So one way or another, they find. The only thing is that it goes to SACCO. So that SACCO should be strong to decide on what project they should do. And then they look for the market. Since the government has built all the stores all over the place, and there are machineries for processing all over the place, so that they can now sell a finished good, which can the value when they have added value, other than selling the raw goods. Well, the future is very bright because we're in the border of Southern Sudan. We're in the border not very far away. When in Kitgum, you easily connect not far away to Kenya, not far away to Kenya, not far away to Ethiopia. The greater road, which our leaders are planning from Ethiopia to Juba all the way, it touches our border and the link to Gulu here. And also, we now have a very big hub. If train starts, then all the goods, there will be no point of trucks going to Mombasa and what have you. Train will deliver here. Then all these things will be taken to Congo and to South Sudan. So the future is very bright, very, very, very bright. And before we didn't have enough power, now we have enough power from Karuma, and we also have enough power from Aswa here. So the industry, because before we didn't have enough industry here because of lack of power. Now we have abundant power, and if Aswa, which is Boa Center in the Acholi sub-region, if can be gazetted for industrial park, then there will be a total transformation in the Acholi sub-region. So for we as leaders, we really need to see that we promote that so that we create jobs for our people. It's not a time. It's not a time. There's still time. I think almost close to 6 months. If I want to stand, I can still, if my commander-in-chief release me, then definitely I'll be there on the ballot. People want me. It is not my own liking, for sure, really. Because I feel that I have enough in my hand. But when people feel that I can deliver the services, I can fulfill some of their wishes, and if believe that I'm the right person to represent them, but it is them. It is the people's choice. I don't vote myself. If my commander gives me that opportunity, then I'll serve the people. But personally, really, I would have really loved to retire and live my peaceful life after working in the army for over 35 years plus. It's not an easy journey. It's not an easy journey. Something has to be done, because without information and managed by the government, which UBC is part of, because now when you see people despise UBC, they prefer to NTV, then that NTV or some of these radio stations can mislead the populations in very many ways, which it will be very difficult for the government to undo. But for you, I normally, most time I watch UBC. So I think it's worth investing in UBC. Managing the information, that's how the information you give to the population, that's how you can. I'll give you an example. During COVID time, periodically when the president has been briefing the country and what have you, you can see really that the country was under control. He was fully in charge of what. So information is power. So I think if I get opportunity to advise my other leaders and my minister of broadcast, who is my very good friend of information, I think you need to focus and you need to be supported. Well, you can see there's a bit of excitement now, as you must have witnessed it, when one of the very popular musicians, Rude Boy, we are hosting him here. He's even staying in actually. You saw the welcome yesterday. The whole town was welcoming, and you see, it is one of the things which is very good. What our people have gone through, they've been missing. Some of these concerts, these musicians, they used to come, stop in Kampala. They don't come up country, and more so in a Acholi sub-region because of the insurgency. They would say, you know, there's war there, we cannot go there, it is insecure. But now because of peace, people are enjoying. We have total peace. Look at Gulu City. I don't think you must have moved around. Like this morning, I walked 40 kilometers within the roads within the city, and it's amazing. That is the biggest excitement we have for the people of the northern Uganda, because personally, this journey was really, it's too much. 7 hours. But Karuma Open is only 4 hours. We used to, within 4 hours, but now 7 hours. It's crazy. It affected the business. It has affected, for us who are in tourism, it has really been affecting us a lot. Well, first of all, I want to appeal to Ugandans that please be patient with our leader. He has a bigger vision for this country. Don't hurry. I see in some area, the young generation they're talking about, there's a lot of rush. So I appeal to Uganda. Let's give our old man, Mzee Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, time. He has a better vision for this country. You saw where he picked us from and where it has taken us. And if God still give you health, I think he's the right leader for the country. I appeal to Uganda, please be patient with our old man. I send my greetings to all Ugandans. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you. Come to Gulu. Visit Gulu. It's a place of happening. Come invest. Come and enjoy. Thank you.
Merry Christmas to everyone. Acholi Hotel wishes you the very best of this season. By name, I'm Kidega Jerome, Operations Manager, Human Resource Acholi Hotel. Jerome Kidega is a very simple, God-fearing human being, Ugandan, a very patriotic Ugandan. I journeyed a very long way. I started work at Acholi as a store management in procurement. That was way 2019. So, God willingly, I progressed with my studies. I finished my bachelor's in development studies. Then later on, I went and did administrative law under Makerere. I went and finished my postgraduate in monitoring and evaluation, and I'm pursuing masters in development management, all from Gulu University. I'm so glad that with my stages in life and trials, my hard work, persistence, patience, my boss called off, I reapplied, and still I got the opportunity to get to be the human resource manager of hotel, operated for a year, and still I was entrusted with another position of operations manager. So as I stand here, I run two positions within this hotel, human resource and operations manager of Acholini Hotel. Yeah, I journeyed a long way. Way back, I worked with Achilles Lounge that is found in Chiwanga, right about there. I started like a waiter. Later on, I joined to become a cashier. Then I was trusted to run as the manager of the place. And still, I journeyed, and life has brought me here again. Basically, when you check around with the staff, on the training, we did a number, and all that is set. Capacity building. We have numbers of training. We don't just end there. We give opportunities to our staff who still feel they really want to upgrade in life. We give them opportunity to go back to school and study, because life is not about starting with Acholini and ending with Acholini. We also see them somewhere after like 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So we let them also go through with the passion, with their passion. So that is the very best I, as Jerome, as the human resource, I offer to my team. The numbers of challenges, with hospitality businesses, so much you need to do. Patience is number one. And character. Character still zeros within that. So to let an individual build up to be what a client would walk in and appreciate the beauty of the place is someone's character and remorsefulness. So as a person, I journeyed this life with respect, productivity, teamwork, and loyalty. That is what has brought me this far. More of all, being a very God-fearing individual. As you see, with academics, there is no monopoly in learning. We learn every single day. So I'm also progressing, trying my best in life, so that, because I also want to be, when I see this place, my boss started from the scratch, and he is still also hoping for more in future. So he stands to be my role model. His stories speaks a lot. Nothing comes with ease, and nothing comes fast. You need to be very patient, and I see the next 5 years, at least I want to be better than now. Yes. Northern Uganda as a whole, we are very good people with very nice hospitality. When you check around Gulu and Northern Uganda in a whole, when you check, it had a very reputable background that once you hear, it gives you a different picture of the Konyi, the war that we had. But right now, Northern Uganda is a different story. It is a big different story. This sends back to our head. We really appreciate our president for the security and peace that he has really tried his best to make sure all these big investors, and if you check around, no one can waste to put such a big investment like Acholini Hotel in the northern part of Uganda. So when you see people setting up this kind of businesses and investments, just know the place is set for more development and more investment. With all that you're seeing, we are so set and ready for the season, very much prepared to welcome any kind of visitors, any form of human beings. We are very affordable. Find time, join us. This is the season. We are here. I send greetings to all Ugandans, but we should be so mindful and careful of the season. Being it accident, let's be very careful. As we drink, let's be mindful of the road safety. I wish each and everyone, Ugandans are very disciplined people, very patriotic people, very productive people. So as we close this year of 2024, may we let 2025 welcome us the best way. Acholini Hotel wishes each and every Ugandan a merry, merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
My name is Okelo Kenneth Dogi. I am the male Councillor 5 representing Workers Gulu District, and I also double as a coordinator for HTS Union Uganda in the coordination of HTS Office Northern Uganda. Thank you very much. As a district councillor, this is a resolution that commenced in 2018. It came out because we have realized that the special interest group that were not represented was the workers' interest group. So we came out with it, and in 2018 we had the first election of the district councillor to represent workers, because we realized there's a lot of activities, there's a lot of challenges that workers face at their work disposal places. Now their representation used to go through the office of the district labor officers. Now we realize when we have representation, somebody who can view out their opinion in the council, it will really give total services to the people. So that is why the government of Uganda, the Parliament of Uganda came out with this institution to be fully represented in both local government, local government in the district level, and the parliament. So far as a district councillor, I think there have been a lot that have been achieved. The total right protections of the workers in Gulu district have been achieved. You know, at times when you don't really represent people, their rights can really be violated, especially by the people who employ people, especially private sectors. Not only private sectors, even in public sectors, there's a lot of interdiction that sometimes happens by the officers in the respective offices trying to do whatever it is a disservice to the people who are in the public service. But as a district representative of workers, I always intervene a lot. I make sure that I get to the office of the cow, I get to the office of the officer in the department and ask how on why just a scenario happened. And I must tell you with proud accountability that I have really achieved a lot since I've been elected. I have achieved that there are some people who were really unlawfully terminated, of which due to security concern, I'm not going to mention the institution, I have delivered a lot. And I have really achieved why Gulu district elected me as a workers' councillor. Uganda owes us a big question to respond to it. Why are we not implementing minimum wage standard? Because when you don't set minimum wage standard, it is the moment that you're killing this country. The person that you're underpaying is going to be your son-in-law tomorrow. However, if he doesn't make it as a son-in-law, he would wish to live a good life. So the person that you're underpaying today cannot afford to pay his children to school, cannot afford to upgrade his life. So it is a danger to the country. I appeal to the government of Uganda, please let us set the standard and let us approve it and let us make it as amendment that this one is going to be a policy that will guide, that Uganda will also have a minimum standard of wage, that if a person is going to be employed as a cleaner, as a gardener, as a driver, the payment starts from this specific amount of money, so that at least we upgrade the standard of living to everybody who is really capable of doing something that earns a professional life or an professional life of living. As a district councillor, it has always been my areas of concern that let us really support and really move with the government. The implementation that comes, it is not necessary to extort the community, but it's to make sure that the community gets where they can really upgrade their standard of living. I have my problem with some political people, especially the political people in the opposition side. Their communication to the government implemented policy has always been negative. For instance, some of political leaders would go to the committee and tell committee, this is government money, let us eat it, this is your taxpayers' money, which is a wrong communication. A taxpayers' money is meant to build everybody, including the person that we are saying should really mishandle or misuse our taxpayers' money. Therefore, these people who are really miscommunicating the implementation of the government, I think they also need to be taken account of which I really recommend that the security operatives, they really need to take a different direction now to work on these people. Because sometimes you find, like for instance, when we talk about universal primary education, people are really critiquing universal primary education, but they can't see that before universal primary education, enrollment was really so poor. But due to universal primary education, universal secondary education, enrollment improved from 45% plus to 75%. That means each and every community, we have children who can read books and write notes. Our own son, that is General Charles Otemawan, he has been one of the most, actually I have only 4 ways of describing him. He's a mirror, he's a mentor, he's a driver, and he's a monitor. This is a gentleman that is not only born for his family, this is a gentleman that is born for the world, not only Uganda. You look at how he has dedicated himself during the very tough time that we were growing children in Northern Uganda especially. He was very much involved in fighting together with people to really eliminate the activities of LRA. Forget about that. When you look at his economic interest and in economic empowerment, he has really done a lot. This is the gentleman that is employing over 1,000 people from his business, which is in the middle of Gulu City, called the most prestigious hotel, I think, in northern Uganda. So this is the kind of people we need in the society. And now talking about him also, look at how he has been grooming people in education. This is the gentleman that have paid over 100 to 500 youth in his system of education. So actually, and Uganda, this is a person that you don't need to say thank you. This is a person who said, God, please bless him. Now coming back to Afande Saleh, I think actually, and Uganda at large, I think we need to say thank you to people when they are still alive. In our culture, we said when a person is in front of you, you can say thank you, and the person will drink water. Is our Moko. He has done more than enough to Uganda, especially Acholi sub-region. And how many times has he himself supported the business opportunities in Acholi sub-region and Gulu? There are a lot of activities, like when we have cultural issues, cultural festival, anything to do with the community, the social responsibility that Afande Saleh has been doing to Acholi sub-region is so great. And forget about Acholi sub-region, how about Uganda, when you talk about Uganda? But all in all, he's just a person of the generosity, he's a person that speaks the heart of eyes, he's a person that really, Uganda wish he blow more than 180 candles. So generally, I think this is basically how I can describe Afande Saleh. I'm a very, very disciplined politician. As you can see, I am one of the most disciplined politicians in the entire region. They know me. I will always come into my political electoral structure, like our mighty party NRM is a party with the best structure in Africa. So I will come to the political party. When my political heads in the party structure said you deserve more than where you have been, then I will also digest it, get back to myself and analyze myself. Then I will proceed. But if they said you are still fair where you are, but personally, I cannot look at myself on the mirror. And my voters are the ones that know that I have done enough. And my community knows that I have done more than enough to go for another position or remain there. But ambition has always remained positive for me. I am always a growing passion that will always not wish to stand in one position for 3 or 4 times. But 2 is a normal practice. But more than 2, it is not a normal practice. But I want to be firm that I think there are other political positions that in my district. Please stay firm, stay where you are, be confident. Believe in yourself. I am Kenneth Okello Dogi, a district councillor representing workers. However, if position comes, don't take me wrong, it is my personal opinion and this is the opinion of my political party. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish Merry Christmas to all Ugandans, especially mothers. I want to take a very big 70% of my wish to the female in Uganda, because you are the reasons why we eat, you are the reason why we look smart, you are the reason why we smile, you are the reason why children are going to school. Men these days have played roles as men. They are now not mentoring children at home. So the role is now for women. So this is a Christmas that is dedicated for our mothers. This is a Christmas that is dedicated to the female. And this is a Christmas that is dedicated to the people living with disability. You're part of the community. We adore you a lot. You are us, we are you. Anybody is a potential candidate for being a disabled person. So let us embrace ourselves together and give a total wish. And the biggest aspect is I want to say Merry Christmas to His Excellency, the President and the chairperson of NRM Mighty Party, Uganda, that His Excellency, you've done a wonderful job. May the almighty candle of the entire world flow in your compound. And we see you 2026, a luta continua after 3031. Thank you. God bless you all. Stay safe and Happy New Year.